Alrighty, g'day guys, welcome to another game of Legion TD on LIHL. What do we got? Tara, Druid, probably keeping. Yes, probably keeping. Alright, looking like an overbuild then. In that case, I'll start normal Saber. So if I wanted to YOLO a bit more, I could start like Corrupted Ants, get a 3-0 push to begin with and go that way into Hydra's mid-game, but this looks like I actually want a Hydra on 7, probably more often than not. Unless he wants to go PD. Howie vs Warriors, fine. Relatively weak, fine. And I can just add it, right? Like, it's a fucking null. I want it for level 10.
Job's done.
Yeah, may as well. So we'll see what he does. His lane is, like, the only flexible one, really. Like, this just pushes. This just pushes. So if he wants to, like, go overbuild with the PD, which I wouldn't do personally, like, don't get me wrong, his role is good enough to, like, take feed and overbuild, and that's all fine. I just don't think it's actually, like, good enough on 7 to really justify it. Personally, but maybe he'll make it work. So, yeah. Leaning towards going for a Hydra 7. They're pretty quick. We are as well, but they're pretty quick. So, yeah. I don't think they ever send to. Okay, goes Maverick here. I feel like Maverick means never overbuild. Could be wrong, but I feel like Maverick means never overbuild. Okay, didn't want to risk the Disciple Parasite for 2, which is fine. I could add another tier 1 in front, but I'm just gonna G down with that. I don't need it here. And team in general is like fine on 2, everyone's clearing / holding. Alright, see what we actually end up doing. I think the rest of these guys are in voice, but I'm not keen, so. That just means like no actual like chat doesn't mean no call. That's all I'm saying. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Bang, bang, bang.
Job's done.
Could have one more null, I guess. Blood Ox 4. Sure, they're quick. Probably at least one disciple that's like fucking stoked about it, but in general I think it's alright. So yeah, intending to Hydra 7, because that way I can double Hydra 10. With some nulls, and that should be fine. Obviously don't have to, but I think it's like probably good. Don't quite hit the income, unfortunately, but that's not the end of the world.
More lumber is required. My life for the Horde.
So yeah, pushing, pushing, pushing. Got 80 in the bank, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll start this Wisp in case they send as well, which they don't. I'm just gonna stay as I am for now. We'll tease this Wisp as we see that King Lakes. But I think I'll just lock into a Hydra 7, it feels pretty good. Like a little bit weak on 10 otherwise, like, yeah, he's got Ascendant, but it's not actually like exciting hold, you know? Because I'm actually good on 7 as well. Killing a bit slower there on one guy. I wonder what that is. LOD maybe? I could see that being an LOD. This looks something like Archer maybe. That looks a lot like Archer. No, it's Malf actually. Okay. So there's Lord with Rider, Night Saber on orange. Okay. Lord with 3 riders. Bloody hell. Okay. Man is committed. Immo, but I think I still just commit. Like everyone else is just gonna push, but... And I know I get fatter overall if I push, but I want to hit the increments for 10. Which is gonna be double Hydra, because if I don't get double Hydra, then we like really kind of struggle on 10, I think. Like I can get double Hydra, like one more sentry and a bunch of nulls, and that's like actually really solid. And if their rider lane decides to like full commit overbuild, then that could be problematic. So we know Malf, we know Night Saber, we know LOD with rider. Okay. That's what we know at the moment. They got a cheeky leaky going on. Which is actually okay for us because of the ammo. It's not ideal for me necessarily, but it's fine I suppose. He's real fucking fed now. Wow. That's a lot of cash. Thought it leaks. Yeah. Maybe not. Interesting upgraded ogre. Suppose it doesn't cost food, which is the upside of it. Gonna make it a bit difficult for him on 8, but maybe that'll be fine if we're going full 7. And it's probably an angle of like full 7 or nothing 7 really, right? Yeah, I mean, it's probably just send it all on 7. Should be able to get myself a permit running through. Alright. Pretty happy my Sea Giant died. Just in case there's any leaks here. That'll end up not showing them that I'm going for the Hydra on the Saber, which means like they're not going to send directly against Hydra, so maybe like a little less on the spirits, no kobold, that sort of shit. Do you really add a bottom feeder? Crazy. Worried about 6? I don't think it was actually worried about 6. I miss it. I'm just gonna miss Bloodhawk and send Ferment. That's my best send. So I could add one null.
Upgrade complete.
I bid you. Out with it. I am prepared.
Guess I might as well.
One shall be the last.
Doing the farm anyway, and I'll have it basically in time.
Job's done.
So yeah, hopefully I go alright here. Got this half gap by the way, that's mostly for 10.
Enlighten.
So I can have a little bit of wall clog. So yeah, let's see. Wolf?
More lumber is required.
Huh. Let's see how I go versus Wolf then. Hydra's fully off the wall, which is actually like not great. Wolf goes for the sabers. That's not great either, I think. Yeah, I'm not in love with how this looks, hey. Ouch. Wolf hurt. Wolf hurt a lot. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, Hydra off the wall was like horrendous. Really can't have that. It's pretty shit result. Yeah, honestly, I'm not that happy with it. But anyway, we have him, I suppose. Still think it was fine to go for the overbuild. Just a bit rough the way it ended up. But yeah, it's mostly about setting up 10 rather than 7, to be fair. Okay, we're using 2. They have Thornmail though, so they're gonna use what? 2 as well. Looks like 2 as well. And if we get to trade 2 for 2, that feels like pretty fine. Feels fine for them as well, but we have relatively good push. And I will get my double Hydra on 10. And then yeah, with Hydras and a free roll, should be able to have a pretty good look at on 15. Not that team is like hugely short on solid lanes 15, but you know, still is what it is. But yeah, second Hydra 10 with some nulls should be good enough to go mid there. Should be able to feel pretty good about that.
Research complete.
Upgraded Ice Troll. I would have done Disciple, drop an Ogre for a TOT, but see what he does, because I think his mid game's around Disciple. What's he gonna do? Bank some gold and push fast? That's reasonable, I suppose.
I bid you.
Yeah, for me on this lane with our team's trials, feels like the 7-7. Disciple TOT, like clear levels. Relatively efficiently. So I think it feels like pretty fine to add a third Disciple. It's not like you got the carry roll where you really want to try and stay on 2 Disciples only. It's the clear roll where you're like more than happy to have lots of Disciples. Anyway, I actually get a bit of cash money here, which I don't need. But I suppose I'll take it. Honestly, I could go 7-3 if I wanted, but
I bid you.
I think I'll just
Out with it.
put an extra sentry down and a few more nulls.
Enlighten me. I am prepared.
Give us a bit more agency on actually sending some 10. Unless we want to skip against the rider guy, which is like maybe.
I bid you.
Yeah, don't do that. Good amount of cash. Can't complain.
has begun. For my brothers,
Alright,
thy bidding, enlighten me.
I'll chill for now. So he's 7-4 out of Druid, 7-4 out of Druid. I mean, I don't think they skip 10. What would they possibly skip for? King 14? Don't think that really makes much sense. So I think it's fine to have 7-4 lands. I mean, he's got a good roll on free. This is like a little more marginal, but I mean, relevant damage 10 is pretty solid. Benefit master income. Does that mean we're maybe thinking 14? Wouldn't see why. I'll have to be... I mean, I guess it's just to not burn the heal, which is reasonable. We'll lose one more heal and we're pretty in danger 14.
I stand ready.
Wonder if Ferbs are getting covered. Nah, he's probably pushing, so he's a bit busy, I think. Militia? Probably Militia versus Rider. Just waste the initiate attacks.
I
More
stand
lumber
ready.
is required. More lumber is
Disciple is broken.
More lumber is required.
Such a good unit on 9, it's crazy.
More lumber is required.
Anyway. I think I'll hit the bank early. Because I got a lot of nulls, I might actually even end up doing 2 farms. Nah, I'll try not to. Let's just do the farm nice and early so I got the time.
Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
Research
Oh, I'm doing 8 nulls and not doing a sentry.
complete.
So, just the one should be fine really.
For my
And
brothers,
then, like,
let's begin.
Job done.
My brothers,
Job done. Job done.
out with it.
Job
Thy
done.
bidding,
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
I am prepared.
okay, cool. That's my build. 1830. 1830's alright. I'm kinda lacking on the damage. Honestly, I'm really relying on
Enlighten me.
these guys to punch it through. I think Rider's fine, to be honest. Like, it's a bit strong, but I don't really consider it a major. Pudge Warlock? Alright.
I am prepared.
I mean, Warlock's pretty bad versus Null, which is nice. Snipe the Warlock early as well, which is good. Good focus on the first boss. Yeah, okay. I go mid, so that's good. Will actually be a decent mid as well. So yeah, the 7 went badly, but the 10 went well, so I mean, I'm pretty happy about that then. I'll get my 7-4 when I kill this stuff. Won't get a hell of a lot more than that, but I mean, I'll get my 7-4.
Is required.
And then I'm probably pretty down to just sit on 7-4 mid-game, really. This mid is big, but I don't actually think you'll get much gold out of it. Can I kill that other Warlock? That would actually be nice in terms of money. Fortunately, I can't. Yeah, I think he just didn't get money in mid, which is exciting. Pretty sure this is just one heal, always. With 15 attack. Or is it close to 2? It's close. Might put 1 in there. Can hit more still, fucking hell. That's -3 there. Can I even save it at this point? With one upgrade? I think I'll just hold it. I need some send pressure. They go -4 as well. This is probably like 14 race angle then. More so than 15. At least potentially. 6, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 7.
By bidding. I am prepared.
Research complete.
By bidding.
This is really looking like a 14 to me.
Out with it. Enlighten me. It has begun. That's a given.
So I'm gonna bluff Hydra,
I am prepared.
but I think I'm never upgrading that. Mainly building because I want to win the arena. I'd actually prefer not to build here. But yeah, I'd be amazed if this thing doesn't end 14, so... Yeah, second way. Yeah, so this thing's going 14. But yeah, I put the Sea Giant down because I want to win the arena because the gold is like pretty nice. But I place it behind the Hydra because it's way better. I want the Hydra's tanking. I'd rather build Cyborgs, but Cyborg like full commits it, doesn't bluff anything. And also I'd shithouse increments for Cyborg, could only build one, and like Burring is... I mean, it should be ours, but it's like... maybe it was pretty safe with double Ascendants, actually. Don't know. Don't know.
By bidding.
Either way, it's fine. It's fine, 14.
Enlighten me.
So plan now is drop some of these and spin the free, looking for auras. Auras maybe more direct any 14. So he started Sprite Infantry, rerolled into Aqua Egg. Okay. It's just a dead Night Saber. It's like gives you Oracle 10 spaces big. Fuck is that? We got this. Alright.
By bidding. It has begun.
So yeah. Dropping the Borgs on 13 into the spin. But yeah, it's the drop and roll, it's the drop and roll 13. As you can see with the Sea Giant placement behind the Hydra, that'll be the placement for 14 there as well. Looking to use the Sea Giant as a damage dealer, just the Hydras as tanks. But yeah, I don't really want like full Cyborg, it's not that exciting. If I can get some auras, maybe a little armor reduction, anything like that, would be really helpful. But if I can't, then I want to have just as much, you know, as many Cyborgs as I can, just in the front.
With it.
I don't think they're desperate at all. I think they actually are pretty confident they win the race. On 14. Could be wrong, of course, but
Enlighten me. I am prepared.
if I was them, I'd be feeling pretty fine about taking the thing to 14. So TOT is good. Rest is a bit average, but TOT is pretty good. Suppose you can get a Warden, but I don't know how excited you are about that. But TOT is good. He's gonna just go PDs, might drop at some point. But yeah, put the Borgs down on 13. I'm not all in on any 13. They don't have that crazy wood. I doubt they risk it, knowing like Hydra Saber. Knowing Hydra Saber, knowing a turret lane, knowing Disciple with TOT, they don't know his spun yet. I suppose he's not grade 13, but I don't know. Like, they might. It's possible they do it, but I kinda don't think they will. I think they'll just take it 14. $20.30. Alright. Good cash. Assume this is 0 from Rummy. Yeah, typical. No, King Scout, that's alright. I don't know. Feel like they take thing 14, but they may not. Either way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
How good is that?
My brothers has begun. One shall be yours.
Job's done. Job's done.
Enlighten me. Out with it. Enlighten me.
Yeah.
Grade complete.
Out with it.
Anyway, that's a lot better 14. PD's real good. Blaster, I reckon's better than, Blaster and Cyborg, you make a case for either. Blaster's nice with the Hydras, because the time they spend, like, clocking up, or let the Hydras actually be a fucking frontline, or it's a bit marginal otherwise. Yeah, they don't go for the 13. It's like, they could, but felt a little bit unlikely for me. One Behemoth. Alright, yeah, makes sense. Just king damage, I guess. We're not going to break him anyway. What do you send this that? I suppose it doesn't matter. Mogul? Sure. But just gargoyles, really.
Enlighten me. My bidding. Out with it. My bidding.
So 330.
That's a given.
So how much gold am I actually missing? 50?
Grade complete.
No, 70.
Done.
It's a bit expensive, isn't it?
Enlighten me. Has begun. I am prepared.
Job's done.
My bidding. No one shall be the wiser. Enlighten me.
Job's done.
Put the Alchemist right at the back then. He runs forward pretty fast, so I want him nice and far behind. Gonna bank the rest of the gold. Doing a farm upgrade for one end is just like not exciting.
Out with it. I am prepared. My bidding.
It's definitely less exciting than sending a gargoyle, so. Alright. Couple of spiders. Yeah, you can see, where is he? Old mate Sea Giant. You can see he's behind the Hydras initially and just dealing the damage, which is exactly what I want from him. He's a damage dealer, not a tank. Hydras are the front line, ideally. I suppose PD actually mucks that up a little bit, so maybe I should have thought about that and just gone blasters. That's potentially true, actually. Either way, it looks like I got enough. Yeah, I've got enough to go mid. That's probably quite important, actually. I think that'll help a lot, because green is, we're assuming he's mid. Yeah, with the Sax Militia. Nice. So yeah, then it becomes a race, but we actually clear enough to the point we don't die. Whereas they have lane slick and full. Alright, game's ending here, so just full on the king, no need for push when the game ends. All we gotta do is not die first, which is basically, he can faceplant on the keyboard if he wants, on the KC, and we're still gonna win. So yeah, ends up in a pretty okay looking game. The 7 was shocking, honestly. That Frostwolf was disgusting. I'm not sure if my null placement maybe affected the Hydra a bit, and if I want to put them a bit further back, or if I just got unlucky. Maybe a combination of the two. But hey, I went well on 10 and 14, which is like 10 and mid game is what I was sort of playing for. More so than the level 7. I just needed the Hydra 7 to make sure I could have the good setup for 10. But yeah, worked out fairly nicely, I suppose. Anyway, cheers very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.